I hope all is well. Everything is going your way today, and your week is still going well. So, I wanted to make this video and just discuss your power, your personal power, and not giving your power away. It's very important that you understand how power works when it comes to your personal power because you have no control over anyone else, anything external, any events. You don't have control over the weather. But the only thing you have control over is yourself. Now, when you give your power away, that is you allowing somebody else to control how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself. You allow them to just push your buttons in all type of ways. But specifically, I want to talk about giving your power away to women. How you give your power away to women and how to actually avoid doing that. Whenever you are in fear of what a woman is going to say to you if you go up to her and you approach her, whenever you are in fear about just your own opinions, your own thoughts, anything that has to do with you, if you feel some type of way and you feel nervous or you feel anxious if she responds a certain way or she views you a certain way, it's almost like you're putting her on a pedestal. You're making her your god. And I talked about this before, and that's whenever you put a woman on a pedestal, meaning above you, better than you, she's greater than you have to lie in order to get sex, you have to lie in order to get her approval. All these little things that you're doing so that the woman will accept you, that is giving your power away. That is giving your power away. True power is basically you saying, hey, this is who I am. What you see is what you get. If you don't like it, that's fine, but I don't need you to like it. I just need you to respect me. And if you don't respect me and you don't like it, then there's no reason for us to even communicate, be together, take things further, whatever you want to call it. But going back to your power, you have to realize that some women will try to manipulate you, some women will try to push buttons. Some women just do things that are what women do. But the moment you lose your power is when you start to blame women for all of your misfortunes. You start to blame women for things that don't go right in your life. And you start to blame women for everything. I want you to think about this. Isn't it odd that if you blame someone about your own struggles and your own problems, isn't it interesting that if they cause it, guess what? They're the only one that could fix it. So you're basically giving your power away and saying, hey, you caused the problem. You're the only one that can fix it. But guess what? You're the only one. When you look in the mirror, you're the only person that can fix your problems. And you're the only one that creates your problems. Because check this out. Even if, even if, right? Even if, let's say, for instance, a woman cheats on you, right? You are the problem and the cause. Now, I know you might be thinking, like, how the fuck am I the problem and the cause? That bitch cheated on me. I've been nothing but faithful. I get it. I get it, right? Take yourself out of that situation. There's no way that it would happen if you're not in the situation. But since you are in the situation, you are in that picture, it is because of you. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you're the reason why. If it makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't make sense, write in the chat and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. But what I'm getting at is anytime you're in any situation, anytime that you're in the picture of anything, if things don't go your way, guess what? It's all on you because it's about how you change the perception of what's going on, but it's also about what are you going to do about it? Okay, this happened, that happened. What are you going to do about it? A woman you try to talk to, she shut you down. She maybe she was rude. But what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? But see, when you blame the woman or you blame things externally and you don't do anything about it, then guess what? You might as well just shut up because you're giving your power away. Now, the other way you give your power away too, and I want you to understand this, the other way you give your power away, it's not just necessarily you not taking action. The other way you give your power away is your thoughts, your mind. Who and what is occupying your mind? Is the woman that shut you down, is that thought still on your mind? Is that still bothering you? Is that still nagging at you? Why did she shut me down? What could I have done better? Or all women like that? You have to think that if that thought is still in your mind, you're basically being controlled by a stranger because a woman that you do not know, even if you went up and talked to her and she shut you down, technically she's still a stranger. And if you're still thinking about that and it's still bothering you, then guess what? A stranger has control over you based off of what they did, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that way. It doesn't have to be that way because you have to shift how you think about the situation. Maybe she did you a favor. What's going on? I see I just popped in. But I'm just talking about your power, how to stop giving your power away. And the other thing you have to think about and stop doing and giving your power away is by comparing yourself to other people, comparing yourself to other men. Some of my guys on here, you're younger. I understand that, you know, you may want more than you have now, and I get that. But you have to understand that when you compare yourself, you don't know why a person is doing what they're doing. You don't know their motive. You don't know their perceptions. You don't know if they did good or bad to get where they're going or get where they're at. And when you compare yourself, guess what? You're basically saying that you are no good, they are, therefore you have placed them above you. And when you place somebody above you, it's just like you calling them your God. I want you to really think about that. When you place somebody above you and you say that person is doing better than me, and you feel some type of way about it, you basically are calling them your God and you're putting them on a pedestal. You're making them better than you. But that's not accurate because you don't know the full story. You only see what you see, but what you see is always going to deceive you if you view it from a emotional perspective or perspective of lack. So that's something to think about. Now, if you're in a relationship, the other way you lose power and you need to stop losing power is if you do something that you don't want to do, but you do it anyway because you don't want to hear your woman's voice, you don't want her to nag at you. If you're doing something just to keep a woman quiet and not nagging or to for her to approve you and you don't realize it, it's serious, it's nothing, it's not that extreme. But here's the thing, when you start doing things that are very small, right? When you start doing things that are small, say for instance, it could be the smallest thing. Say for instance, you're dating a woman, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. You're dating a woman, right? And it all starts, good, but she asks you, "Hey, club." She calls you. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. She says, "Hey, my girls and I are stuck at the club. Can you come pick me up?" That right there is two things. One, it's a test, but it's also seeing if you're going to give your power away. Because if you jump up and you, okay, where are you at? I'm gonna be on my way. I'm gonna come get you. Don't worry. If you say shit like that and you do that, that shows her that, okay, I tried to get something out of him that was small. I got it out of him. What else can I do next? And then as you grow and you get into the relationship, if it goes that far, she's going to remember the small thing that you did. That it may to you, you may view it as like, okay, that wasn't nothing too crazy. That was me being a gentleman. But the thing is, you don't realize that you really didn't want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go pick up a woman that you just started dating at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know you didn't want to do that. I mean, let's just be real. You know you really didn't want to do that, but you do it anyway. And she knows you didn't want to do it. The only reason why you did it, and the woman knows this, is because one, you probably was seeking her approval, or two, you wanted something from her, which is sex. I mean, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. She knows that. And when she knows that, she's keeping track. Okay, cool. I did that. Now, what else can I get away with? Okay, we've been dating for a little bit. Now we're dating. Now Valentine's Day comes up, her birthday, whatever it is. Now she expects you to do something more for her, even though, let's say, for instance, you don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Say, for instance, you don't really care about that. But because you're in that situation and because you helped her before and because you place her on a pedestal and because you value the sex more than anything else, guess what? All she has to do is make you feel some type of way about yourself if you don't celebrate what she wants you to celebrate. And then guess what? You end up doing it. And then more stuff comes up. And then you're like, how the hell did I get here? You got there because you didn't pay attention to the small things. The small things, your power just doesn't, you don't just give your power away on a grand scale. You give your power away little by little. And next thing you know, you gave all your power away. And now that person controls you and you don't even realize it. You lost yourself, you lost your power. And now the only person that has control over you is no longer you, it's you. And I say that because a lot of you guys get into relationships and you already give your power away from the very beginning. You give your power away from the very beginning because you place the woman on the pedestal and you value the sex more than anything else. It's very simple. It's very simple. And when you come to realize that, okay, she may be attractive. Okay, yeah, I want to have sex with her, whatever. But when you come to realize that I'm not really impressed by sex, I'm not really impressed by looks, I'm not trying to get her approval, I'm not trying to appease to her because I know who I am and I'm the shit, I'm the king. That's what you have to tell yourself. When you do that, the funny thing is women will respond to you differently. Because some of you are afraid that if you say what you want and you're assertive and you are sure of what you want, you're sure of yourself, some of you think that that turns a woman off. Some of you think that a woman won't approve of you or she won't want to be with you. But to see, the thing is, that's further from the truth because a woman wants a man that knows what he wants. She wants a man that knows who he is. And if you start acting like you don't know who you are and you don't know what you want, guess what? She'll tell you who you are. She'll tell you who you want. How many relationships have you seen where a guy is being talked to like shit around his woman? Maybe the woman is saying, hey, you don't know what you want. I know what's best for you. And she's just saying all these things, and you're looking at it like, wait, this ain't his mom. Why is she talking to him like that? She's doing that because I'm telling you, the beginning of the relationship started on a weak foundation. He gave his power away without realizing it. And now, when the power is given away, guess what? The woman is going to control that guy. But it's deeper than that. I'll talk about it in a podcast. I'll make a podcast when I get home. Not today, but I'll make a podcast from home and deep dive into it, man, because I think a lot of you really have to understand that the only thing that you have power over is the only thing that you have power over is yourself. And once you realize the only thing you have control over is yourself and power over yourself, you'll no longer blame people outside of you. You'll no longer try to control people outside of you. And you control yourself. You blame yourself. You take responsibility and accountability for all your actions, your thoughts, behaviors, and emotions. And when you do that, guess what? Two things work. Nobody can control you. And then you being able to control yourself, in turn, that influences how the woman treats you. The more that you control yourself, the more of the way a woman views you, that will be influenced. And when you're able to do that, then you'll never have to worry about giving your power away. Because at the end of the day, a woman can take your power away, you can give your power away, or you maintain it. And I want you to be able to maintain your power. And the way you maintain your power is by controlling yourself, excuse me, controlling yourself, taking responsibility, taking action, taking accountability, all that stuff. It's you controlling you. When you control you, you don't have to worry about controlling somebody else, and you don't have to worry about somebody else controlling you. But I just wanted to get on here and just share a little bit with you, just some thoughts, nothing crazy, wasn't planned, and it's not organized or anything like that. But I just wanted to share something with you so you have a different perspective and just understand that when you value something external and your perception is it has more value than you, that thing that you value will always have control over you. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. So, other than that, this has been another good one. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments section. And if you're struggling with your dating life or you're struggling with your relationship and you're just trying to figure out exactly how to get unstuck, maybe you've read books, maybe you watch YouTube videos and something it just doesn't click with you, but you want to get unstuck and you want it to click and you want it to make sense, you want to have clarity, make sure you click in the description and I have a 45-minute call. We can get on the phone and just figure out exactly where you're at, what you're struggling with, and map out the plan so you have a little bit more clarity on what to do next. Because if you're stuck, you don't know what to do next, and that's what I want to help you guys with. Other than that, this has been a great video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one.